All right. So I get the funniest looks whenever I'm streaming in the store. So what do I need other than distilled water? I can't even do a stream anymore without it getting interrupted. So I don't want to go into what's going on with the radio station other than Frontier sucks. And they've been screwing up my logs all week. I have been having to work around the problems. It can take an hour to download a 150 meg file. But when I do a speed test, it's 300 up, 300 down, it's a fiber connection. It makes no sense at all. 300 up, 300 down, fiber connection with a 4 millisecond ping time. But I still can't download a file. So they're either blocking ports or I don't know what's going on. But you know, this is probably just the beginning of the whole society crashing. It's going to start with that's whenever people are going to actually uprise, is when there's no internet. There'll be no food on the shelves, but when the internet dies, that's when everybody gets mad. So I don't know if I'm buffering, but I got distilled water. I'm thinking, what else do I need? Really don't need anything. I haven't eaten all day. I'm really not that hungry. I'm thirsty more than anything. You know what would be great is to have a pizza. Haha, it's not happening. So this is the cheese I eat right here. This is the best cheese I found that's doesn't have any toxins in it. Grass-fed, and it's Irish grass-fed cows. Happy cows. They get to listen to comedy all day. They're happy cows. They have a great life. So I don't buy the aged stuff because the package is black, and I found this stuff to be moldy. I mean, it was nasty. If it's not vacuumed correctly. So here's another tip. When you're buying cheese, check the date first, but make sure it has a good vacuum on it. If it doesn't have a good vacuum, then it's going to be moldy inside. So that's just kind of a little, I'm sure you already know that, but just in case you don't, I love the looks I get. That guy was just looking at me, but he looked like the type of guy that would be wearing a mask, so I'm not too concerned. All right, I don't even know if I'm buffering. Buffer and on off. Yeah. Well, let's just get back to the front of the store and get out of here. I don't need anything else. I was gonna have bacon and eggs and home fried taters, air fried taters, but I don't feel like starting the generator up tonight. So let's check out what kind of peanut butter they have. All right, so I don't know if I'm still buffering, but look at this. This is their organic peanut butter, okay? First, it gets because it's in plastic, so that's a mark against it. But look at the ingredients. Now remember, this is smooth organic peanut butter, okay? But here's the key. It says spread. That means it's toxic. So read the ingredients. Organic peanuts. Oh, that looks good, right? Organic palm something or another. Some kind of palm stuff. Cane sugar. It's just toxic waste. HEB, you can do better than that. Smucker's sells the best organic peanut butter. They don't put any of that crap in there. So yeah, they don't have good peanut butter at this grocery store. That's why I get it at Walmart. And they don't have good honey here either. All their honey here is crap. It's the honey that's cut, or this is actually pretty decent. But it hasn't been tested for toxins. It says it's 100% pure, but you just can't trust it. You're really not supposed to be eating that much bee vomit anyway. That's all honey is. All right, so I'm probably still buffering. So this is the the mayonnaise I get. Oh wow, this was $10. It's gone down to $8.74. So the prices are starting to go down now a little bit. This was 10 bucks like a week ago. Now it's $8.74. Somebody's trying to get your vote. Think about that. All right. We're gonna get up here where maybe we got a little better signal. I'd love to do some more shopping, but I'm really just kind of, I was in a great mood until this radio station crap. And then I had to stop the stream, but at least the truck runs. We're not home yet though. All right, so this says 10 items or less. Well, I'm scanning the same item, so it's not gonna take any time. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we got 12 of these. We're just gonna do just like this. We got 12 of those. We click the little pay now button. We're doing, we'll do card, even though I have cash. And we're gonna make sure I show my card on stream. We're doing credit, even though it's not credit. I guess that was approved. That was quick. Yep. My arm buzzed, so I know it got approved because I have it set up to where my bank account sends me an email instantly when there's any purchase on my card, and I have my watch set up to buzz whenever a transaction happens. So I felt a vibration on my arm as soon as I made that transaction. All right, so I can kind of see the chat. I can see Sun Honey, I can see Nightbot and Loud Red. Yeah, I was probably buffering. We should be better as soon as we get closer to the outside here. Oh, that's funny. That's a great view. Tighten up the little wrist thing here. All right, so we got a mask wearer over here. That's sad. That's what you call low information people. Low IQ, low information, and that's what's destroying the world is stupid people. Brainwashed, stupid morons running around wearing frickin' face diapers. Take off the stupid mask. Now. How long are you going to wear a stupid mask? Yeah, that is a tall truck. Even with the without the 38s on it, it's still pretty tall. When I had the 38s on it, I could run the cart underneath the truck. So the cart would go all the way underneath the truck, even on this hitch. And now with the 38s off, it hits the truck bumper about 1.5 inches in there. So, wah, wah. Buzzkill. But yeah, I could get the cart closer to the truck is my point. So we're gonna unlock this hot rod. I think, there we go. Here's the subs. That's all the bass that you're hearing. That's two 12-inch kickers. Now I'm putting this water back here. Hope it doesn't mess up my sound, my bass forming. Maybe I should put these laying down. That way we don't have an inventory shift on the way back to the house. So the truck has a lot more power with this fuel pump. Just hope I make it home tonight. Just get me home, because I got to deal with radio station issues when I get back. So what they're going to do is, they did it already this morning. The board op and the general manager, they're rebooting the modem. That's not going to fix the problem. You know why? Because they rebooted the modem already this morning, and it didn't fix the problem. But they're going to do it again. You know what that's called? It's called insanity. So, whatever. It is California, so it is the low IQ state. Yeah, I said it. It's the low IQ state. We think a little bit freer here in Texas. We have a little bit more critical thinking skills. We're not morons. We know that if you reboot the router and it doesn't fix the problem, and you reboot it again, it's not going to fix the problem. All right, come on, happy truck. You can start. Just get me home now. Yeah, it's old school. You have to use, it's got two different keys. You got a door key, remember those days? And then an ignition key. And then this is my gas tank lock for the gas tank. Also, I guess you saw earlier, that's the switch for the fuel pump. That's the back side. I originally, when I extended the seat up, I put a metal plate there, and there's holes in there, 4 switches. So I can put 6 switches underneath the seat. So right now I only have 1. There's going to be another switch there pretty soon. I'm going to put the air horns back on the Suburban, and we're going to have air horns on this truck. All right. Started right up. Started really fast. So that's a good sign. I'm going to put you right back on the tripod here. All right. All right. So I'm going to check the chat real quick. And we're going to put our driving glasses on here in a second. Let's see. What do we want to listen to that won't get us a copyright strike on the way back? So let's do this. We got Birdie to Tweet in the chat. We got Patriot Operator. We got Steve S. We got Party Donaz. Man, I can't say that name. Truth Junkies in here. Sun Honey, Jared Allen, our badass hot rod Suburban looking good, and woohoo! Yeah, I'm happy. I got it running with a lawnmower fuel pump. We're running on a, technically it was broken when I got it. I pulled it out of the trash and I said, y'all gonna throw this away? So yep, it doesn't work. I said, okay, can I have it? Yeah. It kind of laughed at me. It's like, okay, you know this pump new is $534. An X-Mark pump for an X-Mark fuel injected mower. They're 534 bucks. And at this point, so far, the truck runs better than with the old one. It's got way more power. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can get a strike. I don't know, I haven't played these other songs, but I'm pretty sure Kuiper doesn't get me strikes. So I want to have a good bassy song on the ride home. Let's see, Dangerous. Play. Hit play. You gotta love software. So this band is called Kuiper, and like I said, they're kind of a Midnight Star. They kind of, it sounds like they stole from Midnight Star. Remember the song Freakazoids, Robots? Please report to the dance floor. Remember that song? That That's Midnight Star. Yeah, that hits nice and hard. Like I said, I'm gonna put 2 more 12s and another amp in here. Right now it's got a 700 watt amp for 2 12s. So this song's called Let's Rock This Party. So let's rock this party. All right, hi Saraki. Hey, hi Saraki. Hi Strum. Okay. These chat names, man, I can't say them. Is Melissa's Freedom in the chat? Hey, Melissa's Freedom. All right, so I'm not going to be able to read the chat when I'm driving. So don't take it personal. I love that you're riding back with me. And I'm going to be jamming, so it's going to sound pretty intense. It's going to sound really distorted. But I want to go back home in a way to where if I broke down, I'd have plenty of opportunities to pull off the road. So I think I'm going to go back home. I'm going to stay off the highway. That's what I'm going to do. Because I don't trust this fuel pump. And the reason why I don't, because it was broken when I got it. I fixed it. It was froze up. I put WD-40 in both ends and let it sit there for a couple of days. And I banged out the crap. There was crap that was locking up the little pistons in there. The little rotary... it's a fuel injection pump, so it's a high pressure pump. So anyway, I got it broke loose, and then it kind of wanted to start sometimes, and it didn't want to start. So, and then finally it started acting fun. Hitting so hard that my alternator can't keep up with the draw, the amperage draw. Damn it, there's a car behind me. I hate that. So it's hitting so hard that my alternator can't keep up. So that's going to be the next thing I work on. We're going to turn into where the old high school used to be, take a detour. So yeah, it was jumping down to like, it says bus entrance only. Okay, this is about as big as a bus, right? This is big enough to be a bus. So yeah, when I'm jamming, it's supposed to be at like 13.2 or 13.8, and it's pulling it down to like 12.5 and 7, especially when I got my lights on. But all right, now we don't have anybody behind us. Getting the job done when your eyes are vibrating and it makes your vision and like everything in your body is tingling. So the flag fell off the dash. That's not cool. gonna have to make this a little bit more of a permanent thing. I'm going to tape it up there. But yeah, I guess the basin vibrated off the dash. All right, so that song's called Let's Rock This Party. Let's start it back over again. All right, let's get some more bass going on. We're almost home. Turn it down when I cross the tracks, just because you never know. So yeah, you have to keep your teeth far apart, because if you barely put your teeth together, your teeth will rattle. It's hitting that hard, so you got to kind of be aware of that. You don't want to chip a tooth or something. Lights aren't working, so I got to figure out if that's a fuse or what. I'm going to give it a little bit of throttle right here. We're close to home. Oh yeah, this baby's talking now. Oh yeah, damn it. I don't think it's ever run this good, really. To tell you the truth, it's never run that good. It woke this thing up. A lawnmower fuel pump, external, the one that's not in the tank, woke the truck up. This baby's awake now. All right, that's about all the bass that I'm gonna do in the neighborhood. That was about it. A couple of bass notes. Don't want to disturb the peace in the neighborhood. All right. So we're going to back it up in its same spot here, because I still want to do some I need to troubleshoot my fog lights, because I usually turn those on the back roads when there's no cars, because I got them pointed up just the way I like it when I drive. Got that ramp. I don't know if I'm going to hit it, but when I hit the ramp, I know that I've lined up. Yep, look at that, like a glove. Oh, I never locked in the torque converter for you. Oh well, I can do that some other time. But yeah, that red light is the locking torque converter. Maybe the camera's too high, but yeah, that's when my torque converter's locked, unlocked, lock, unlock. All right, so we made it. I'm going to give it a little bit of clean her out a little bit. See what kind of throttle response we get. Wow, really nice. That's here, I'll put it 2.5 grand, and then I'll just bop it. It's clean. Oh yeah, that's 2.5. It almost goes up to 4. I'll do 2.5 to 4 and let off. Yeah, this thing's running really good with that new pump. That makes me happy. All right, success. Like I said, I also cleaned up some other wiring. I need to work on the fog lights because the fog lights are on, off, on, off, on, off. So it's probably just a fuse. These are the old school fog lights that are, you know, they're like the halogens. They pull lots of current. They were on the truck when I got it. So I'm gonna use them until they quit working. And like I said, it's probably just a fuse. Need to take the distilled water. Yeah, this thing's running really good. And you know what this truck had a problem with is it would almost have a low idle sometimes when it shouldn't. Of course, I'm gonna have to drive it more to see. But it's idling about 900 RPMs. So it'll be interesting to see if the fuel pump pressure was an issue with my weird idling that it was having. So that baby's running good. All right, I'm gonna put on my other glasses so I can read the chat, and I'm gonna put you on my arm. Yeah, that was some hard hitting bass, but you know what? I wanted to hit twice as hard, so that's gonna be a priority once I get the 65 Chevy fixed and the 80 model. I'm going to upgrade to put more subs in here, because if you're a bass head like me, there's never enough bass. It's just the way it is. And I'm not going to be one of those old fogies that doesn't like bass. A friend of mine that recently died and had a heart attack, Saul, about a year ago, we made a promise to each other to not get, you know, old and boring, and, you know, not stay where we didn't like stuff, cool stuff, fun stuff. And so this is, and Jared just died 3 months ago. He's the one that died. It was a sheriff's officer that died in a car accident. And the one that I didn't know that he died, and I didn't get to go to his funeral. That still bothers me. And the last thing he left me on Facebook Messenger was, give me a call when you get a chance. He was also a bass head. Saul was a bass head. Jared was a bass head. I'm gonna go and just unlock the house. So yeah, bass is good for the soul. It's good for your ears. I've got, for the most part, perfect hearing, so anybody that says bass messes up your ears, I've been a bass head my whole life, and I can hear a pin drop from 50 feet away. All right, so do I stop the stream? What do I do? Am I buffering? Let's get over here by the window. Do I have my glasses? I can read the chat a little better. Yep. All right, so I haven't been running the AC all day. I think it's time to turn on the AC here in Texas. What's the temperature in here? I used to have a temperature thing in here. I guess I moved it in here. It is 89 degrees in the house. Woo! It's -5 in the deep freeze and 89.3 in the house. It's almost 90 degrees in here. And here's another thing about eating clean and losing weight. I'm down to 144 pounds. I have not eaten a thing all day. And I am just wired as I can be. And I don't really, the heat doesn't bother me. So I think what I'm going to do this winter is I'm going to challenge myself with the cold just the same way. I'm going to go for bike rides. when it's snowing outside, if I can handle it. You know, if the bike doesn't slip off the road. I'm not going to go when it's icy. I'll go when it's snowy. And I'm going to wear shorts with no shoes, just like I bike ride in the summertime. And I'm going to see if my body can handle those extreme cold temperatures, just like I can handle it to be hot. So let's do an upgrade to the house real quick. Echo, I love you.
Thank you. I really appreciate those kind words. And because you're so kind, I'm giving you a virtual gift. A tree of kindness. Right now, the tree is sprouting. And the more kindness you show, the more this tree will grow.
Echo, turn on I love you. Bam. How you like that? So when I say turn on I love you, it lights up the pantry. Yay. And it also turns on more lights around here, and it turns on the I love you thing that I made right here. Alright, so you're trying to condition your body to ignore temperature extremes? Yes. You got it. And it seems to be working. My body is able to compensate for hot and cold, and I don't really, here's the thing, before you get all goofy on me, whenever she was still living here, the house had to be a certain temperature, and at nighttime, I don't mind it being cold when I sleep, so that's not an issue, but the house had to be cold or really hot in the wintertime. And now that I'm living by myself, I've noticed that I forget to turn on the air conditioner. I'm not joking. Today I was like, okay, I don't need the AC. Oh, well, that's hard to do with one arm. With the wrong arm. All right, we still got our water. It shifted a little bit. I normally carry 4 of these at a time, but we're going to do 3. So I do have a number 5 lower lumbar disc issue from the car accident in 1993. So just by carrying this right here, my back is tingling. There's a reason why I can't do certain things. And yeah, you'll rarely see me bending over a lot. I don't look for excuses to bend over. But I refuse to go get the knife. And I've heard so many horrible stories about back surgery's gone bad. I'm just going to put up with it until I'm dead, and then I won't have to worry about it anymore. So, but I can't lift like those batteries out there. I could lift them, but I'll be paying for it. Okay, so I can lift it. I have the strength to lift it. It's not that I'm a weakling. It's just there's a missing cartilage. It was compressed and destroyed after that car accident. And I have a knee, the right knee is the same way. So I have to be careful of that and be aware to not damage my back or my knee anymore than I already want to do, because I'm constantly going 1,000 miles every day lately. Tomorrow, what am I going to do? I'm probably going to take the Suburban. Maybe I'll take you with. And we'll go to the auto parts store and get a fuel pump for the 65 for the umpteenth time. This will probably be the 6th fuel pump I put on that truck. I'll have to count. I kept most of them. And I know for sure I have 3 or 4 outside in my on the back porch. And I probably threw away the other ones. I don't know. I might not have thrown them away, but I'll have to look. But they used to sell rebuild kits for the fuel pumps because you can take them apart. But now it's just cheaper to buy another one. Isn't that funny? We don't need to be wasting stuff, but yet they quit making the rebuild kits, so you have to have waste. So that's the way it works. It's all about money. So it's and they quit. You can't find them And if you do find them, the rebuild kits are old, so the diaphragm's already cracked on the fuel pump anyway. It's just you're buying an old kit. So yeah, my back right now is really, it's been bothering me. If I lift my hands above my head or brush my teeth or just work on anything, it's just like in major pain. But I've trained my body to think about the pain as just, it lets you know you're living kind of thing. And but I'm constantly having to pop my back to where it takes the pressure off the back. And at a certain point, I'm doing it all day and I don't even realize I'm doing it. But yeah, when I'm carrying water like that, it's not happy time for sure. If I had a good back and a good knee, I'd be kind of dangerous. I would be a machine like I used to be. I'm still strong. Like I said, I can work my ass off, but I have to limit my my weight capacity, what I could lift. I could still kick some ass though. And that's all that matters. I could still hold my own. So, don't think you can kick my ass just because my back's messed up. I'll still open up a can of country ass whooping on you. Alright, I'll straighten those out later. I have OCD with the pantry lately, now that I can keep it the way I want. It's definitely my OCD area, as you can see. That's freaking OCD right there. That is like textbook OCD. And they're all staged as far as dates. So the older stuff's here, and the older stuff's here, and the newer stuff's there. So I pull from the left, like you read. So this is the older stuff that I need to eat, and that's the newer stuff. OCD right here too, at its finest. You gotta be OCD about something, right? Okay, let's lock up the truck. All cameras are working. So I'm pretty excited. Oh, look at that. I nailed that ramp almost perfectly. How do you like me now? I'm about half a tire tread off, but it is nighttime. So I get a little point off for half a tire tread off. So once we get the 65 running, I say we like I got a mouse in my pocket. Once I get the 65 running, that's locked. Do a walk around, make sure. Yep, those are all locked. And yeah, I think once I get the 65 running, I'm going to start working on the audio system, because the white truck, I don't know. Here's the thing. When I start working on the white Chevy, I got to pull the tires and wheels off of this thing. So that means I'm going to have to buy new tires for this truck, because I bought some wheels for this truck that are exactly like these wheels, the old rusty metal ones. I know you can't see that because it's dark, but it's the stock rusty metal wheels, and I'm going to paint them so they stop rusting. But yeah, that's going to be a big money thing, because tires for this truck is going to be close to $800 to $1,000. So that means if I start working on the white truck, that means I'm going to instantly have to spend $1,000, because I'm going to have to put those tires and wheels back on the white truck, because right now the white truck has nothing on. It's naked, no tires and wheels. So I left these house shoes out here because they got wet yesterday. This is why electric cars are a freaking joke. Let me show you real quick. Let's tangent on something. This is why electric cars are a joke. This is the same battery chemistry that they put in electric cars. Look at this. That battery is supposed to be flat. Look how swollen it is. And it was making the phone frame, it popped the frame of the phone out. The whole back of the phone popped off. Lithium ion batteries. Dangerous, moronic, stupid battery chemistry. Most absurd thing ever. And guess what? They're putting them in those electric cars. It's the same chemistry. Now, there's a few companies that are smart, like BYD, and Tesla is starting to change right now. But they're a little late to the game. BYD puts lithium iron phosphate in the majority of all their cars. Those can just sit right there. And that's why their cars are not burning up. So, that's weird. I don't remember pulling those blinds up, but we'll act like I didn't say that. Maybe I did that today. Yeah, those blinds are usually just not pulled up, but I probably did that today. I've been so busy. We'll just act like I didn't say that. Alright, so I'm going to take you off here. Hopefully we can do this without ending the stream. Alright, are we buffering here? What's the shift? What's the shit hitting the fan? The shit has already hit the fan. Buffering. Alright. So we'll end the stream outside. Backyard. We'll go backyard buffer. Alright. I really hate T-Mobile. I'm going to go outside so we're not buffering. And then I'll end the stream. So, this is the air horn. I'll wait till we get to where we're not buffering. Alright, 24 frames per second. We should be okay out here. So this is the air horn that I'm going to put on the Suburban that we just got out of. It used to be on there, as a matter of fact. That's why it's muddy. I'm going to put it in a different place. I'm going to clean it up. It might be a focal point of the truck. I might put it on the cab. Of course, if I put it on the cab, I'm always going under trees. And it'll get knocked off. So I'll figure out where I'm going to put it. Maybe I'll put it in the passenger seat. Put it in the truck. Alright, here are the frogs. T maybe. Yeah, exactly. So if I'm quiet, they'll keep talking. I might have talked too much. But yeah, they get so loud that they get loud. No buffer here. Perfect as always. So yeah, like just holding this phone out in front of me is killing my back. I'm gonna sit on the golf cart here. See if we can catch some frogs. So that's pointed towards the tank. Can y'all hear the frogs? Right Along Gang is in the chat. Awesome. No buffering here. Yeah, I've been lurking your chat room, Right Along Gang. Oh, I talk too much and the frogs shut up. I just don't jump in people's chats because I'm working, so I can't type and work at the same time. Alright. So yeah, Right Along Gang, the Suburban so far has been running extra good with the new fuel pump, the new used fuel pump. I'm sure you know the story, but I got that fuel pump from, here, I'll give you something to look at. I got that fuel pump from the trash. They were throwing it away because it was locked up, and it goes in an X-Mark fuel-injected mower. The pump, brand new, is $534. The cheapest I could find it was $400 and something, but they were probably lying about selling it that cheap. They probably just say, oh, we don't have it in stock. Sorry, why don't you buy something else? So yeah, those fuel pumps are more expensive because they are actually better built. They can handle the heat, the dust, the vibration, 8 hours a day of just constant beating. And let's hope that fuel pump works for a long time. I'm going to order a Holly as a backup pump, and I'm probably going to put it in parallel with that one. And that way I can run 2 pumps if I want. So if the other one does die, I can have it where, or I can just hot swap it on the side of the road somewhere. I haven't decided if I'm going to do a hot swap setup or a parallel setup. Let's see, Fry, you need to stock up before the shit hits the fan. The shit has already hit the fan, and I am stocked up, AMC. It's hit the fan, and the reason why people don't know why it's hit the fan is because there's the frogs again. Because they're talking about BS on the news, Trump's investigation, and all this nonsense. It's all a diversion. The crap has already hit the fan. So it's not going to be a ready, set, go Armageddon. I want to get this point across, and I have to say this almost every time. It's not going to be overnight Armageddon. It's a slow crash. It's kind of just like what I said the other night. You know the old movies where they'd show the airplane crash and the airplane's crashing for like 30 minutes, and they show the camera, they show the screen of the people's faces, and then they point it back down at the ground. They show the faces of the airplane pilot, and they point it back down to the ground. That's what's happening right now. But it's just going to be a constant crash, slow crash, 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 crash. It's not going to be ready, set, go, because that would shock the system. And then everybody would say, well, why do I need to pay taxes? Why do I need to pay property taxes? Why do I need to pay the IRS? What do I need to work for if the system's collapsed? So they're keeping it. It's on life support right now, but every now and then it flatlines, and they have to bring it back. It's not going to be a ready, set, go crash, and trust me, it's not, because they're not going to allow that. Let's see. Doug G says, why? Because they are dumb. Yeah, the theys are dumb, that's for sure. The powers that shouldn't be are dumb. The shit hits the fan every day. Yep, Don, it does. And it's like I said, it's not going to be Mad Max overnight. But look at how it's changed in the last year and a half. All right? Look at how it's changed in the last 2 years. Look at how it's changed in the last 3 years. So jump back 3 years ago before COVID and look at how things were so much better and different. Now, flip that switch and hit that time machine and travel 3 years into the future and travel into the present from 3 years ago. And look how, can you imagine like seeing people running around with masks and all the, Gestapo garbage that's going on? The nonsense that they're investigating Trump over because of some sheets of paper. Look, if it was that important, they wouldn't have let him have it to start with. Okay? That's how this works. And he can declassify paperwork. And maybe Trump had some paperwork on some people that was keeping him alive. You ever thought about that? Maybe Trump had some stuff on some other people that was his insurance policy. You want to think about that? Or maybe it's just complete BS, and it's just another diversion, something to talk about right before the midterms. So, yeah, it's just all that crap. It's just, they're going to keep diverting us with some kind of nonsense. It's always going to be something in the media. It's going to be your fault. It's going to be carbon tax, social credit score. They're going to tax carbon, the very thing that we're made of. They want to tax us until we're completely dead. They're going to suck us dry. It's just like The Matrix. Look at the movie The Matrix, and everybody was in a pod, and their bodies were being used like batteries. All right. So what else is going on in chat? Beans and rice and water and 100 other things. Okay. So Judy H. If you care about your health, you don't want to be storing too many beans and rices. You want to train your body to not eat much. And that's what I've been doing. So yeah, you can get away with eating beans and rice, but not for forever. And like I said, it's not going to be to the point to where people are not going to be able to find food after a couple of weeks. You can survive a lot longer than you think without eating. I'm proving it to myself. I did a 34-hour fast yesterday, day before yesterday, and today I've been fasting since yesterday, so I'm way past 24 hours. I'm probably close to 30 hours. I'll have to figure out when I ate yesterday. It was like 5 something in the evening. So yeah, today I'm heading into almost a 30 something hour fast again today. We don't have to eat that much. Once you start getting your blood sugar straight, and what we need to be eating is animal proteins with tons of fat. Clean animal proteins with the fat, not the lean stuff. You want the fat. Fat makes you skinny. Lean makes you fat. When you don't eat fat, you get fat. When you eat lean, you get fat. When you eat fat, you get lean. You're a machine when you eat fat. So this whole thing about eating vegetables and lean meats and don't eat red meats and all that stuff is so bad. Yeah, have you looked at a vegetarian lately? How sickly they look? Alright, so Graham Beck says Trump can declassify anything he wants. Yeah, it's all just a big shit show. They're just... look at the Clintons. Clintons stole out of the White House. Trump hasn't stolen anything. They stole furniture. The Clintons stole frickin' furniture. What about Hillary's nonsense? Nobody wants to talk about that. Oh, wait, about whole Biden's connection with China? And oh, anybody ever heard of Joe Biden's son? He's a crackhead, a porn addict, drug head. Nah, it's not a problem. You know, usually the children are a good barometer or reflection of the parents. Not all the time, but the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree most of the time. And you know how Biden's always saying racist things, like constantly? This guy is not some saint. And we don't need presidents anymore, okay? How many times do I have to say this? We don't need a president. We don't need kings for this company. The United States is a corporation. We don't need a president for this corporation. That's the problem that we have right now, is we have kings and queens. We need to get rid of that nonsense. It needs to be localized to the state level. Governors is all we need. We don't need a dictator on a United States level, but yet we're so brainwashed to have some kind of freaking hero and prop somebody up there and sit up there with your signs and, oh, we got to have this guy and worship that guy for 4 years, and that guy is going to not do what he says, or he's going to do what he says, and if he does what he says, then the powers that be don't like him, because he usually says stuff that the powers that be don't want him to do. So, I'm done ranting about politics. Politics is poly, multi, ticks, bloodsucker, multiple bloodsucker, politics, politics, it's in the name. Congress is there. Where do the politicians go? They go to Congress. And in Congress, that's just the opposite of progress. It's Congress. It's government. It's control. Governing means control. The old grain trucks that I used to drive had governors on them so you couldn't over-rev them. That's a control mechanism. Government is control. Politicians, multiple bloodsuckers. Congress is the opposite of progress. It's control, control, control. Buffering? Really? I'm sitting in the same spot. What the fuck? Now is it still buffering? Yeah, of course it buffers whenever I'm saying stuff that they don't want to hear. Alright, well, let's see. Obama still has 1,800 papers with him. Yeah, see, it's just, all this paperwork bullshit is just a diversion. It's just something for them to latch onto. Are we still buffering? Do you mind Bitcoin? Do I mind Bitcoin? No, but my neighbor used to. And my neighbor was into Bitcoin. And actually, we were the first radio station to have, to get paid with Bitcoin. Our radio station was the first radio station to accept Bitcoin as payment for the shows and commercials. And at the time, if my dad would have kept the Bitcoin instead of using it, yeah, completely different story. But yeah, he got tons of Bitcoin back in the day when Bitcoin first came out. And my neighbor was mining Bitcoin in his living room, and he used it as a heater in the wintertime because it made so much, it produced so much heat. But I don't mind for Bitcoin just because I think that's another system. You can't control what goes on with Bitcoin. So overnight, Bitcoin can be shut down. And why do I say that? Internet's down, your Bitcoin doesn't work. No internet, no Bitcoin. Facts. So cash is king there. Now, can Bitcoin leverage you?